Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 7, Lesson 49, and we're opening a brand new unit all about pronouns. Today's topic is one that trips up even careful writers, the case of personal pronouns. You already say these words correctly most of the time without thinking, but there's a clear system underneath, and once you see it, the tricky choices become easy. A pronoun changes its form depending on the job it does in a sentence. Let's find out what those forms are and how to pick the right one every time. First, what does case even mean? Case is simply the form a personal pronoun takes depending on how it's used. The same person can be named 3 different ways. Look, I, me, my. Those all point to the very same speaker, me, myself, yet they look completely different. We'd say, I ran, but give it to me, and that's my coat. Nothing about the person changed, only the job the word was doing changed. And that's the heart of the whole lesson. The job a pronoun performs in the sentence decides which form, which case you reach for. There are exactly 3 cases, so let's take them one at a time. Case number 1 is the nominative, sometimes called the subject case. Its members are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. The nominative has 2 jobs. Its first and most common job is to be the subject, the one doing the verb. She sprinted to the finish line. She is the runner, the doer, so we use the subject form. Its second job is quieter and catches people off guard, the predicate nominative. That's a pronoun sitting after a linking verb, like is or was, renaming the subject. The winner is she. It sounds a little formal, doesn't it? But because she simply renames the winner, winner equals she, it takes the same nominative form a subject would. If the pronoun renames the subject, use the subject form. Case number 2 is the objective, the object case. Its members are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. You use this form whenever the pronoun is on the receiving end of the action, and that happens in 3 ways. First, as a direct object. Taylor drove her to the airport. Her receives the action of drove. She's the one being driven. Second, as an indirect object. Hand them the tickets. The tickets are handed, and them are the people they go to. Third, as the object of a preposition. Sit next to me. That little word to needs an object, and me fills the slot. Direct object, indirect object, object of a preposition. Whenever a pronoun is any kind of object, you reach for the objective form. Case number 3 is the possessive, and its job is ownership, showing that something belongs to someone. Its members are my, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, its, our, ours, their, and theirs. These forms replace a possessive noun. Instead of that backpack is Jordan's, we say that backpack is mine. And here's the rule that saves you from the most common error in English. Possessive pronouns never, ever take an apostrophe. The cat licked its paw. ITS, no apostrophe, because it already means belonging to it. That's worth burning into memory. Its, spelled ITS, means belonging to it, while its with an apostrophe is the contraction for it is. Same sound, completely different words. And the possessive one is always apostrophe free. Let's put all three cases in one place so you can see the whole system at a glance. Reading across, each row is a case, its pronouns, and its job. Top row, nominative. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. The subject or predicate nominative. Middle row, objective. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Any kind of object. Bottom row, possessive. My, mine, your, his, her, its, our, their. Ownership. Notice a couple of things. You and it show up in both the nominative and objective rows, unchanged. Those two never make you choose. And every other pronoun simply shifts its shape as it moves down the chart. This little grid is the entire lesson in one picture. So how do you choose in the moment? Always start with the job. Ask yourself 3 questions in order. 1. Is the pronoun the subject, or does it rename the subject after a linking verb? If yes, it's nominative. 2. Does it receive the action of a verb or sit after a preposition? If so, it's objective. 3. Does it show that something is owned? Then it's possessive. Here's a handy trick for the trickiest case. When a pronoun is paired with a noun, like between you and me, just drop the noun and say it alone. You'd never say between I, so between you and me is right. Name the job first, and the correct form falls right into place. Let's practice. Time to practice. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence with a pronoun missing, and you pick the form that fits the job. Figure out what the pronoun is doing, subject, object, or owner, and let that choose the case. Pause the video and try each on your own before I reveal the answer. Blank finished the project ahead of schedule. Who's doing the finishing? The pronoun is the subject of the verb finished, so it needs the nominative form. We'd never say them finished. The answer is they. Coach Rivera trusts blank with the final play. Here the pronoun is receiving the action. It's the direct object of trust, the one being trusted. That calls for the objective form. Coach trusts him, not trusts he. The answer is him. The corner office is blank now. This one shows ownership. The office belongs to us. So we need a possessive pronoun. And remember the golden rule. Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. So it isn't OUR''S, it's simply ours. The answer is ours. In this second set, the jobs get a little sneakier. Watch for predicate nominatives, prepositions, and pronoun pairs. Same approach. Decide what the pronoun is doing, then choose the case that matches. Pause and try each before I answer. Please save a seat for Dana and blank. The pronoun sits after the preposition for, which makes it an object. So we want the objective form. Use the trick. Drop Dana and say it alone. Save a seat for me, not for I. The answer is me. The one who solved the puzzle was blank. Notice the linking verb was. The pronoun after it renames the subject, the one. So this is a predicate nominative, and it takes the nominative form. It may sound formal, but the correct choice is she. The answer is she. Grandma handed blank the recipe box. Who received the box? The pronoun is the indirect object, the people the box was handed to, so it needs the objective form. Grandma handed us the box, not handed we. The answer is us. Let's pull it all together. Personal pronouns come in 3 cases, and the pronoun's job in the sentence tells you which to use. The nominative, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, works as the subject or the predicate nominative that renames it. The objective, me, you, him, her, it, us, them, covers every kind of object: direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of a preposition. And the possessive, my, mine, your, his, its, our, their, shows ownership and never takes an apostrophe. Name the job first, and the right form follows every time. Next lesson, we'll look at making pronouns agree with the nouns they stand for. I'll see you there.